This celebration and testimony, I think, to Italian engineering. 60 years ago, the birth of the Nuova Cinquecento is on its way, and you will see several derivatives. Right in the middle of the pack there, a Topolino, which was the little pre-war car from which the Cinquecento evolved in the post-war years.
And of course, without the Fiat Topolino, we wouldn't have had the Cooper 500, because the first Cooper 500s at the back end of the 40s were two sets of Cinquecento suspension on a chassis and a little motorcycle engine in the back, a Jap motorcycle from J.A. Prestwich.
Well, if you look at pages 14 and 15 of your program, ladies and gentlemen, you will see an exploded version or an exploded sketch of the Cinquecento Fiat. And you can see the rear engine there clearly. You can see coil spring, swinging arm, independent rear suspension, and a transverse leaf spring supporting the front end of the car. They were rugged. They were built not just for the Italian cities, but also to transport the masses around the Tuscany countryside, or even in the Alpine roads for that matter. And the rear engine made them particularly good in snowy conditions. Combine that with a narrow rear tyre, and if you've ever tried to move a Porsche Carrera on snow, you'll understand what I mean. It just stands, spins and grins at you. Whereas this little car would make its way up any Alpine pass, and they did on a regular basis. The A number, the 1963 number, there a B, a 64. These little cars in immaculate condition. Probably the best known and certainly best loved Cinquecento. This was the car that really got the country on the move, offering cheap transportation, and just as importantly for a nation that loves style and is very fashion conscious, endless character. And that character lives on today. Nearly 4 million produced, as I said, before it was phased out in '75. Wonderful, wonderful little car, and there is a huge band of enthusiasts parading these 150 vehicles for you this morning, ladies and gentlemen, in the sunshine here at the 2017 Revival. Such a contrast to the dreadful weather we had yesterday afternoon. Hopefully that's all behind us. Let's enjoy the sun, Revival, and the magnificent colours of this Fiat 500 parade.
Barry, if I may I just pick up from that? Just a hats off to all the marshals who were out in all that rain yesterday. Bright sunshine today, been ordered specially for one of the marshals on post 5, Ian Lewis, his 59th birthday. So do appreciate the works that all the marshals do.
Estates there among the different derivatives there, Barry.
Giardiniera, yep. The estate version gave a bit more legroom in the back, and it was defined as a 3-door, obviously, because it has a single opening door in the back. But just a pretty car. I have no idea what you would have to pay for one of these, ladies and gentlemen, but let me tell you, significantly more than you would expect.
Yes, they were. They were cheap as chips, weren't they, originally? But that was the whole joy of it. And now it's a way of life among, just like with VW Beetle owners. Fiat 500 owners are a little fraternity or sorority, aren't they? Just absolutely, yes. They go everywhere, do rallies and lots of lifestyle type events. Embrace this type of social history. It is social history, not just motoring.
I was touching on the association that Fiat has with car manufacturers around Europe during the period, and one of them was Auto Bianchi, and there are several Auto Bianchis out there which are a very sporty looking version. Another one is a Vignale Gamina. So the Gamina is the open top car. You'll see one, I'm sure. If I notice one, I'll point it out to you.
There's
on the
a couple
big screen.
of red and I think it's a pink one and a yellow one, the open.
And they have a grille very reminiscent of the Topolino, the pre-war car.
And there's also that's a 650 TR. That is quite a rarity, isn't it? One of the really hot versions.
That would have lots of grunt.
Carlo Arbath breathed new life and more revs into these little cars. And the Arbath race cars raced in the European Touring Car Championship very successfully by the likes of Tijn Heesemans, Ed Zwart, Ab Goedemans. They were run from Holland a lot of
The evolution of car manufacture across Europe in the last 50 or 60 years, and there is an Auto Bianchi. Auto
there's the
Bianchi,
little, Gamine.
Tory, and a Gamine to the left of it, the red Gamine.
Have you spotted the multipler today?
Yes, I did briefly, but I was talking about...
There's a multipler.
There's a multipler.
Bright yellow with a grey roof, or dove grey roof, yeah.
One of the first people carriers, ladies and gentlemen, that little Primrose car with the grey roof. There's a Gamina.
It's like a kind of mini Bago.
Mini Bag, I love it. I love it. That's a bit of an in-joke, folks, because I just happen to have one of those old American motorhomes. But glossing over that, look at the car on the left. There's the Gamina, the little pink. What a pretty little open tourer that is. 13 horsepower was all the 500cc engine delivered. Twin-cylinder air-cooled. A mechanical starter lever. You didn't turn the key, you pulled a handle down between the seats to bring the starter into operation, and alongside that handle was a choke. And how pretty are these little cars. And so proud, the ownership. Make your way, ladies and gentlemen, to the piazza, sample all things Italian. There's a very nice bar over there. It's not Peroni, it's the other one. It's Moretti.
Moretti.
It's Moretti.
Also a mark of car.
Yes, and all the traffic over there is directed by a policeman on a podium, just as it would.
And you can get some wonderful coffee down there, can't you?
A member of the Carabinieri is directing the traffic. And beautiful coffee. Go and see these Fiats in their static display. You will be enchanted.